I saw it coming. Shot it thinking I'm a psychic. Told her I saw it coming. Niggas claiming they 100 till they come with the warrants. Then they turn to informants. They say in order to get to know a person, you got to know where they from. So my story starts with my parents. My dad, he was born in Memphis, Tennessee, South Memphis. My grandma, his dad, my cousins, all them from that side of town. My mama, she was born in West Memphis, across the bridge, Arkansas. Come from a small family, kind of mixed of the city and the country mentality. In 1977, I was born, Memphis, Tennessee. And it's around the same time Elvis Presley died, it was like going on in time. And for a minute, we was back and forward from West Memphis to Memphis. And eventually we got settled. Murking everything, moving, putting holes and shit. Murking everything, moving, putting holes and shit. Say about the time I hit 16, we was back in West Memphis, Mayfair Apartments. I met Koke. It was Antoine then. You know, he took him to rap camp. He didn't know how to rap. I was rapping. You know, he wanted to rap. You know, 3 days in rap camp, he came out a little cuckoo.
There got two more of them niggas, Jack and young cuckoo, baby. Going down.
I get that girl.
Yes, it is, boy.
Lil Jack, nigga.
Going down.
Manson for life. Hey, get a picture of that rabbit over there. Mayfair shit, decapitated.
But you know, we was going to school with some more guys. We hooked up with these guys, a couple more older guys, and to be honest, like during lunch breaks, we leave school and we was hitting licks. You know, my guys had a younger brother. He was like 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? He was out there with us. Turned out to be Buckwild. You know what I'm saying? Few licks in, a couple months later, they was on to us. They gaffled all us up. They really locked us up in school. They came and got us from school, locked the whole crew of me, Buckwild, Koke, two other guys. And I'm 900 East Park, Mayfair Apartments. You make the honor roll, break the football squad. Graduated training school, he came home robbing.
It was some of the first shows we put it down right here in L.I. Jackson activities back in the day. Man, it was over 20 years ago. Check it out. A long time coming. What's up, world? Maurice Crawford, a.k.a. Freak, a.k.a. Coach. Music thing took a toll in our lives. Man, I remember meeting Jack Wayne, young Koke, and we hooked up. I knew him from high school, but when we hooked up, they was rapping and making music. You know, me, I was just hustling and networking. And, man, you know, I hooked up and just used my talent with their talent. And, you know, we went to networking, and they already had the Manson family already going. And they just brought me in, and I was on the business part of it. And I wasn't even a rapper. And just one day I wrote a verse and I spit it. Matter of fact, it was a verse I wrote in the 8th grade, and I just spit it on a track, and it was hot. From there on, I started rapping. You know, they took me through rap camp, like a 3-day rap camp, man. I had to get in there and write rhymes and spit flow and making fun of me, call me ABC rapper. And man, that motivated me though. That drove me, you know. Man, shit, I was spitting rhymes, you know. Like I had been doing that all my life, but that's something I learned from Jack. Just had a talent for the music, for the sound, ear for it, you know. Yeah.
Back the city with me, nigga. Fuck with Jack, he get the green light. Slap him with the pistol, beat him bloody, fuck a clean fight. These hoes act like the feds, niggas scared. Shoot him in the head, wrap him up, knock him in the trunk, throw him off the bridge. Like I said, Mayfair taught us everything. You know what I'm saying? And if you look closely, some people might recognize Mayfair because it was part of a big crime scene, a triple child murder. West Memphis 3 was actual crime scene of the West Memphis 3. So you know, it taught us everything. Okay, Alexander, Arkansas. The biggest city closest to Alexander, Arkansas is Little Rock, Arkansas. And around this time, 1994, Lil Rock had a big gang banging problem. And they had an HBO documentary banging in Lil Rock. At the same time, they had an HBO documentary on West Memphis, the child murder. So, but what they didn't tell you about this Lil Rock documentary is all those guys was juveniles.
But how old are you?
17.
Take us to Alexander, we was locked up with these same fellas. You know, like I said, I shook hands with a lot of these guys and I put heads with a lot of these guys. You know, but my mentality was, don't disrespect nobody, don't let nobody disrespect me. Came home, I was still rapping. You know, I just used all that extra energy. I came home early, I turned 18, they had to let me go.
Man, I've been up for some days, I'm in the days. They say I'm stuck in my ways, they don't be afraid. I come to rap and get paid, me body laid across the stage.
He was like, I know this guy, and we can go over there and rap. Like, over there, but you know, I'm drinking and doing my thing. So, what I did, go over there with them one time, and then She-Rock reminded me, it's this guy named John Doe and Lil Jack. They be over a Psycho Child house. And I was drinking, I was like, let's go get them too. That's how I am. So, this guy loaded us up in his Neon. We went over here to Psycho Child house. I walk in there big and bold, just like I'm big as a motherfucker. Just till dude knock on his door. He answered the door. He knew me, but I ain't know him. And I was like, man, you Psycho Child? He was like, yeah. I'm like, what Jack and Doe it? So I asked them to go with me. They came over this guy's house with me. C-Rock, Jack, and Doe, and Pony Man. We must have floated the best fucking song in Arkansas ever. Gram after gram.
You ain't no killer, and ain't no killers riding with ya. Where I'm from, my niggas kill ya. And everybody you got with you, it might make it disappear. Might put a bullet between your ear. Might take your head for a souvenir. Around here it ain't safe around this time of year. Nobody no care.
Okay, come home from training school, and I hook up with this producer, youngster from Mayfair Apartments. I end up right back in the same neighborhood, so I hook up with my old crew. And we had this producer, Psycho Child, youngster. He made all the beats on the DI5, you know what I'm saying? We made the beats together. And we was producing songs. At that time, wasn't nobody in the city in West Memphis producing full bodies of work. You know, you had street corner rappers is what I call them. A lot of influential rappers. You had guys like Murder One, you know what I'm saying? He was a street rapper, a legend. You had guys like Run Lee. You know, a lot of people don't remember Run Lee. But it was just Box T. You know, those was the spitters at that time, but they didn't have nobody, MTN Twins, the Baca Boys, the Galuchis. You know, they didn't have nobody to work. You just find them on songs.
Melvin Robinson, a.k.a. Murder One, also known as Minister Robinson. I met Jack, man. I was already rapping. And everybody was telling me, hey, man, Lil Jack over there on the north side, man, he this. I'm like, man, I don't want to hear nothing about Jack, you know. And when I got with him, he was already collaborating with my cousin Psycho Child. You know, they was doing tracks at the house and they were bumping too. And Jack became my favorite rapper, but when he started networking with me, I used to tell him freestyle. Every time he run up on me, I tell him freestyle. If you can't freestyle, you can't beat me rapping. Because everybody was talking about competition between me and Jack. And Jack couldn't freestyle, he was a writer. So every time he would come, hey, Murder, freestyle. Every time I saw him, I would make him freestyle. And man, lo and behold, that guy became the freestyle king. You know, so I give him that props. And it's been number love all these years. I always worked with Jack. We collaborated on tracks, me, him, Koke, Freak, Manson family as a whole, when they were top notch. Me and Queen did a song with them called Deuce, and it was hot. Jack always been one to go straight forward, and when he doing something, he go hard at it. And I give him those props, and I'm glad to be a part of this documentary for him because he's well appreciated. And I see now, over from the past years, he's still going forward, and that's what motivates me. And I want to just say, man, may the blessings of God be with my brother, and that he keep his head in the game because he can't do nothing but go up.
So one day while at this guy's house, at Psycho Child's house, I happened to meet this other guy. And this guy come to me and he like, hey man, you Lil Jack? And I'm like, what's up? He like, man, you got a song called Just a Jack, and didn't nobody know about this song. So now I'm like, okay, who is you? You know, he like, man, he offered me all this. We can get your tapes in the stores and we can, you know, hook you up with these certain people. Let's go over here and work. And we end up going to this guy's house. And that night we dropped the gram out the gram. We hooked up with Poonie Man, John Doe, Koke, of course, and we ended up going and dropping the gram out the gram. It went from a song to a full body of work, and at that time, like I said, when nobody dropped it, so we was the first people in the city to actually drop a full body of work. And this guy we met, he give us the game. He like, y'all can go to Crafts, y'all can go to Boss Ugly Bob's, y'all can go here and get your work on consignment, like these cats across the bridge, you know what I'm saying, and get your money. So we started doing that, making a little money. It went from there, you know, dealing with these cats a little longer. He come back with another proposition. You know, he's like, y'all doing good. You know, we got these other guys who want to put in on what y'all got going, which didn't sound like no good idea to me, because I always feel like once you let somebody in, it's your obligation to get them back out. We cool with what we get, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really a question what he was asking, because they had the plan already in motion. He just wanted me to consent on it or not. You know, and my thing was like, nah, we ain't gonna do it. But they done it anyway. They took all the music, you know what I'm saying? And they ran off with it. And from that point, you know, it got serious. All my discipline went back out the window. You know, everything I worked hard to try to stay out of trouble, and I just went out the window and I snapped.
So, first time I heard of Lil Jack was actually, I was hanging out with Lord Infamous. First time I met him. We were at Alfred's on Bill Street, eating and shit. I was about to do a verse, I was about to get a verse from him. And he was like, you from West Memphis? And I was like, yeah. He's like, you heard of Lil Jack, Manson Family? I'm like, nah, I ain't never heard of him. So he kind of put me up on them a little bit.
Shouts out to him, you know what I'm saying? And all his crew, you know what I'm saying? They some cool niggas, man, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know I'm the folk, but you know what I'm saying? But I fuck with all kinds, man. Real niggas is real niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in Chi-Town.
Hey, I mean, cut y'all. You know what Alfred said? That's what the fuck we want. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got OG.
It wasn't until about a year later when I lost contact with Lord that I actually heard Lil Jack for the first time, and I forgot that Lord had even mentioned him. I heard him, and I was a fan. I was bumping Lil Jack shit, and some of my homeboys that I was hanging out with, the motherfuckers I was rapping with, said, that's Lil Jack. I'm like, okay, how you know this underground horrorcore rapper that I'm listening to? And they were like, cause he's from West Memphis. I said, no shit, man. I gotta go find him then. So I went on a mission to find him. I started asking people at the corner stores and shit, like, yo, where is Lil Jack at? Does anybody know where Lil Jack is? And I found that motherfucker, knocked on his door one day with a couple of my homeboys. So we go inside, he lets us in, and he tells us to spit some shit, and all of us spit some shit, and he spit some shit, and he got our numbers, but he called me back and told me he wanted to work with me, so it's been on and popping ever since.
Yeah, at that time, you know, they had kicked Lord out the group and they went to Hollywood. So he was in West Memphis with us. Now, from 2007, when I first met him, to 2010, he had a stroke and a heart attack. So when I come home in 2013, you know, we get to working together again. He was rehabilitating himself. He was bouncing back. But like I said, it wasn't no 3-6. But I do recall one story of DJ Powell. It was October. It had to been 2013 or 14. He came to Memphis on the press run for the person of interest. And I heard it over the radio. So I tell Lord Infamous, I'm like, I told Lord Infamous, I said, I'm going to Memphis to holler at Powell. And Lord like, man, you know, man, I don't worry about that shit, man. Don't talk to me about that Powell shit. Here we go with that shit again. This is exact word. I said, nah, man, we had 2 bodies of work. A.E.I.O.U. and Lord Infamous, Scarecrow the Terrible. So I said, I'm gonna take these CDs to Power. And then we go with this shit, man. I don't want to talk about this shit. He did not want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Let's let that be known. He did not want to do this. I said, Lord, I'm going. My homeboy Koke. You know, I tell Koke, I said, hey man, well, Lord tell me first, he said, man, I ain't gonna make you no promises. I ain't gonna lie, Jack, I ain't gonna make you no promises. This is exact work. So I called Koke. I said, hey man, DJ Power come to Memphis, I'm taking this work. Okay, cool, I'm going with you. Me and Koke pull up to Spin Street. Power no ain't lying. We pull up to Spin Street. We walk in. Wait out turn, I got the work in my hand, the CDs. Nod for it to come in. And he knew who he was because he was looking right in our face and he get the nod. You know, wasn't even no music playing, but he got shades on, trying not to make eye contact with him. So I tell Koke, I'm like, man, you see how you looking at us? Yeah, come on. So I give him the CD, I say, hey man, I've been working with your brother. Man, this shit hard, fool. Turn on the back. Man, tell Lord to call me, tell that black guy to call me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of stoked, you know, that's my mission, to get this shit to him. So I get on the phone, hey Lord, Paul say, come on. He come in this bitch. Like 5-10 minutes later, he fall up in there, you know, go straight behind the table, I take a picture. He screwed out with Paul. He called him like a few days later, they got the Mafia 6 band going. You know, and a lot of, like I said, a lot of people don't know the backstory to how Lord Infamous ended up back with his brother.
Hello citizens of West Memphis, Arkansas.
Breaking news is first at 5, a deadly officer-involved shooting in West Memphis. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Holloway. Arkansas State Police are now investigating the shooting. It happened at a West Memphis apartment complex. Our cameras were first on the scene as horrified witnesses stood by while a man lay dead in the parking lot. As WREG's Nina Harrelson reports, this all happened at the same apartments where a West Memphis police officer shot and killed a 12-year-old.
Murking everything, moving, putting holes in shit. 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 West Memphis niggas ain't rap tight. I say y'all my niggas got straps. And don't fuck around with these bitches, cause y'all bitches running y'all traps. And don't fuck around in no traps. My niggas riding, we get it. And still bust a serve with a Mossberg in case a motherfucker wanna get ignorant shit. My city's something like Compton. These young niggas out here dumping. Tell them we ain't never seen our mail. Well, real niggas still won't tell. But a lot of these niggas be stitching. It's some killing going on in West Memphis. Where these bitches hating, these niggas lie. But tell them I don't run, nigga, on high. But don't get caught on the wrong side. Fuck around and get your ass all tied. Folks lock you up for a long time. Might turn you into a chalk line. Don't cross the line. Now don't let that cross your mind. Young niggas strapped like Columbine. Bust a couple shots, that's a homicide. I think it's time. North side in this bitch. South side represent. East side niggas don't play. West side niggas shoot AKs. I know killers that'll roll up and stock and spray. I know niggas that'll fold up like it's laundry day. Murking everything, moving, putting holes in shit. 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 These streets, these niggas shooting, this beef, this beef. Better know what you're doing. I'm strapped and gotta watch my back, and they play for keys. Fuck this rapping, these niggas scrapping. Little niggas strap, man, I've been hanging. Say I've been draining that cocaine. I'm from the city, but it feel no pity. If you can't hang, blow out your brains, blow out your brains. Bitty bang, 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 man, I'm just saying. Watch where you hang, you could get slain, man. Ain't no West Memphis if they don't mention the projects. My city divided, but we get money regardless. Starting shit, you get finished. Money over these bitches, bitches all in my business. Get these bitches the business. My Memphis niggas say West Memphis niggas going dumb. Tommy gun drum, bust a Hundun, rump bum bum. Get your mom burned in the gun dump. Where I come from.
Chance of becoming a crime victim in West Memphis is 1 out of 10. A scary statistic for some, no reason to worry for others.